What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back. In today's issue of Talk About Tricks, we're going to talk about the June 2003 issue. Again, that's the June 2003 issue. Hold on, let me get the good thumbnail here. This is the issue that has Stuart Kramer on the cover. And as always, let's just jump into it. Oh, before we jump into it, again, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. It makes me feel good. Alright, so the first trick in this issue is actually, again, from Mark, and again, I hope I'm not saying this wrong. Aspiazu. Mark Aspiazu. This guy has got incredible stuff. Just the work that he does and the stuff that he's thought of is incredible. The first trick in here is called the New Orleans Slip. Now, it's actually a control instead of a trick. It's really cool. It's definitely a move for move monkeys. I tried getting it down. I got it down somewhat, but I did find somebody else that actually got it down a lot better than I ever could. Here, check this out. And that is what the New Orleans Slip looks like. Now, the gentleman that did that, his name is Tyler Wilson. I'm going to leave a link to his Instagram down below. Very nice gentleman, spent a lot of time talking to me, Facebook messaging me, gave me permission to use that. And he's actually got some stuff coming up in future episodes that he published in Magic Magazine in the Talk About Tricks section. So please go ahead, check out his stuff, give him some love, tell him that I sent you over. But back to the trick, as you can see, it's a control of taking the bottom card and forcing it into the middle based off of a dribble force. So it's a really cool thing. I think the video pretty much spoke for itself on that. So definitely something cool there. The next trick that they talk about is something called the circle double. Now, the circle double is just a add-on to the double lift, I guess is the best way to put it. But it's actually a really cool add-on. You can actually show the card as free as I think it can be. I've showed this to a couple people that actually know my double lift, and it actually fooled them. Love this one. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of crap for this one, but this is from David Stone. If you know any of David Stone's work, you know that it's always good. And I'm going to give this the trick of the issue. I love it. It's great. Definitely something to play around with and check out. Next trick that's talked about is a trick called Slapped. Basically, you take a deck of playing cards, any card called for, you actually take the deck out, smack it on the back of your hand, and it causes the chosen card to transfer through your hand down into the table. Very cool trick. The thing that you are going to need to know with it is the Featured Classic Palm by Edward Marlowe. They do go into a lot of detail with it on here, but it's pretty good, and Eric Anderson did a very good write-up on it. The next thing talked about is something called thumb touch. Now, thumb touch is a way of vanishing a coin, almost like, looks like a raven effect. If you're familiar with the raven, you just wave your hands over somebody else's hand, and then the coin vanishes. Kind of a similar idea, but gimmickless. Now, looking at this, Josh gave this 4 out of 5 stars in difficulty. I haven't had a chance to try it out yet, but I would imagine that you have to be pretty brazen to want to go ahead and do this. The method alone is, you have to be bold. It is a bold method, but I do feel if you could nail it correctly, you will be very successful with it. Next trick that they talk about is something called Lighter Than. Lighter Than is by Tom Stone, and it's basically a transposition between a cigarette and a lighter. So you take the cigarette, you have the cigarette in your mouth, you go to light it, and then when you pull your hand away, then you have the cigarette in your hand and the lighter in your mouth. I believe Tom put this in one of his books. It might either be in Vortex or Maelstrom. If you know which book it is, please go ahead and leave that down in the comments below. This is a very dated trick. I do think that the trick is a little dated. Not too many people are smoking anymore, but I'm sure that there's a way that you could incorporate it with like a jewel or a vape pen or something along those lines. The concept of it, I think, is very strong, but I just think that it's a little dated for nowadays. There has to be a way to kind of update it. If you have any ideas on that, please feel free to go ahead and leave a comment down below on how to do that. The next one, it's a gimmick trick. It's called the Dancy Transposition by Luke Dancy. For those of you that know Luke Dancy, currently while this is being filmed, he works at Murphy's Magic. He's been a consultant for a lot of great magicians, including Chris Angel. Really knowledgeable gentleman, really super nice guy as well. This one is a gimmicked effect. You do have to have some gimmicks. You probably have it laying in your magic drawer somewhere. But the idea is that you have two jokers on the table, and you have somebody select a card out of a deck of playing cards. You say that you're going to find the card, it's automatically on top, and then the kicker is that then the card switches with jokers, so then you have two jokers in the deck, and then on the table is a selected card. Very cool trick, very easy to do. In fact, Josh gave it 1 out of 5 stars. Definitely something to check out. If you're into carrying around gimmick tricks or even something just to film, this is definitely going to be the one to film out of the issue. Something really cool. And last but not least, there's the TV snap by Shutagawa. You might recognize Shoot. He had the ninja rings, the linking rings that actually came out around this time. He was huge. He was blowing up. This is a cool little thing. This is it's a card production. It's a way to produce a card almost effortlessly, making it look like a card just appears out of mid-air. Definitely something cool. A little knacky. Josh gave it a 3 out of 5 stars, so you do have to practice it a little bit and just see what you can do. So again, guys, that was the review of the June 2003 Talk About Tricks section of Magic Magazine. Again, I really am enjoying this project, going through all my old Magic magazines, finding new stuff every day. If you have an issue of Magic Magazine that's your favorite and you want me to do a review, please go ahead, leave a comment down below. And as always, I'll check you out next time. Bye.